Doug.
I'm going to have to disagree with these two. I think Tebow's run's going to come to an end. They're both very similar in scoring offenses and scoring defenses. It's just about manning up. I think in Atlanta in the SEC title game, I think Alabama's going to do it. They're going to be able to run the football unlike they couldn't do against Auburn. So I like Alabama.
JB.
Now, both teams do have their weaknesses in stopping the run. Florida, some people may think their defense is invincible, but they do have the tendency to allow a couple of running backs to get past the second level. And Tebow has been known to take a few chances, take more chances than he needs to. Mississippi State, they were actually lucky to survive that game after giving up 2 pick sixes. But Mark Ingram, he didn't have a good game against Auburn at all. I mean, he had a wrist injury. But I think the speed of Florida's defense may be the turning point for Alabama. So I'm going to go with the Gators, actually.
And now for the Big 12 Championship featuring, guess who? They're back, the Nebraska Cornhuskers versus the number 3 team in the BCS, the Texas Longhorns. So, JB, should the Longhorns be scared?
I wouldn't say the Longhorns should be scared, because if you're scared to play football, then why are you playing anyway? But I would say this is a cause for concern, not for them to look ahead, as if they win this game, they already know they're going to the national championship. So if they get past Nebraska, which I'm pretty sure they can, I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, running up against Sue, the great defensive linebacker for Nebraska. I mean, Nebraska, they always have those premier athletes, and the black shirts are so-called back. I mean, Bo Pelini's done a great job getting them back in line, but Texas should be able to roll in the second half. I mean, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight in the first half, and Texas is going to pour it on in the second.
Doug.
Well, I'm going to go along with what JB has to say. It's a terrific defense Nebraska has, but they can be anemic at times offensively. They lost to Virginia Tech earlier in the year, 15-13. They also lost a game 9-7. So turn those into wins. They could be an 11-1 ball club. But I do think they have too much offensive firepower. That's the Longhorns for Nebraska to hold up. That's why I think once they get to the second half, they're going to break it open. I think Texas will take it by at least 2 touchdowns.
Cleveland.
First of all, let's go ahead and just put it. Nebraska is the surprise top 25 pick. I just learned. I know they were in the top 25, but 22 only in the nation right now. Very quiet number 2, and like Doug said, they could easily have 11 wins as of right now. I believe that this is a cause for concern for Texas. Texas, who really has been looking past a little bit more people, kind of tried to look past Texas A&M, finally got their heads on straight in the second half. But I think, as these guys said, second half, Texas will turn it on like they always do, have they done all season, and no reason to stop in a championship game. So, yeah, I think Texas will win it.
Chris.
I like upset picks, but I really feel that Texas will outlast Nebraska. Only way Nebraska can stay in the game is if they control the ball and control the clock, which means they have to establish some kind of running game. The defense, the pass defense especially, is pretty good, which they probably will hold them for the first half, maybe to the mid-third quarter, but Texas more than likely will pick it up midway through the third and off into the fourth quarter and take the game over. But I'm rooting for Nebraska, but I feel that Texas will win the game.
And now, the panel will present to you their top 3 Heisman finalists from number 3 to number 1. Doug.
All right, number 3, I'm going to go with, well, I guess these are in no particular order, but these are the 3 guys I think should be in the discussion or invited to New York. I'm going to start with Colt McCoy, 27 touchdown passes, Longhorns are 12-0, probably going to play for a national championship. Rushed for 175 yards, threw for 4 touchdowns and a rushing score against Texas A&M. Has played quite well in the big games. Then I also like Toby Gerhart from Stanford. almost 1,800 yards rushing, 26 touchdowns, and he's 8-4. Stanford is, but I still think he should be invited as probably the best running back in the nation. That is because Mark Ingram struggled against Auburn. And then my last one is Case Keenum from U of H, and I know he's a system guy, kind of like a bunch of those Texas Tech quarterbacks, but he's in the top 5 in all the major passing categories. He leads the nation in passing touchdowns and yards, and I believe he is 5th in rating at 160. So those are my 3.
Cleveland.
Well, I got to agree with 2 of those. I had to agree. Colt McCoy deserves to be there. Case Keenum is also my second one, but my third one is Mark Ingram from Alabama. Should definitely be there.
Chris.
I also agree with 2 of those in Case Keenum and Colt McCoy, but I do believe that Kobe Gerhardt should be in there. And possibility, if you take out Colt McCoy, I will put in C.J. Spiller.
JB.
Yeah, I got to agree with C.J. Spiller. I mean, one of the most electrifying players in the nation right now. He just returned another kickoff for a touchdown to set his own record. So, got C.J. Spiller, Colt McCoy, and I'm going to go with. I want to say Mark Ingram, but I have to go with Toby Gerhardt. I mean, after what he did to Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's run defense is horrid, but I got to go with Gerhardt.
So panel, no Tim Tebow. They don't love you.
I love him.
I
love
His
him.
time has come.
I love him, and I love you.
It's not happening.
And Golden Tate, I love you too. You was my preseason Heisman pick, but you didn't make it.
Maybe
Maybe because
real
just
unfamiliar
Notre
right
Dame.
now, man.
Notre Dame
Looking
season.
real unfamiliar.
Notre Dame.
But look,
No.
Golden Tate, you're still a great player.
Up next, we have NFL football with the picks coming up here on the range. Stay tuned.